We're on the one-year anniversary of President Obama's election, obviously, just talking about that there. And tonight on HBO, a documentary about the Obama campaign will premiere. Here is a fascinating little clip. The cameras take us inside, behind the scenes of debate preparation. And boy, does Obama sound different now than he did a year ago. Here's a clip.
Senator McCain keeps on talking about me being risky. But let me tell the American people what's risky. I think Senator McCain's plan for taxing your health care benefits, potentially leaving 20 million people without employer-based health care, I think that's risky.
Well, thank goodness he's not going to tax health care benefits under any
Or leave some 17 million people out. It sounds an awful lot like what he may sign.
Indeed. All right. Kevin Madden, our Republican strategist extraordinaire, joining us now to talk about this. You heard Congressman Van Hollen talk about this civil war inside the Republican Party, that Republicans are eating their own. Not too early to draw conclusions. Already Club for Growth types are talking about Charlie Crist as the next one of their targets. There are going to be a number of primaries. Is this something that Republicans really have to be worried about?
Well, look, I think it's that New York 23 is not exactly an accurate snapshot of what's going to take place across the country. There are significant local factors at play there. I mean, this was 9 chairmen that had gone over the heads of the grassroots activists in the district, and I think there was a backlash there that is somewhat, contained in that district.
Charlie Crist in Florida.
But I do think that what's going to happen now is you're going to see this debate that has gone on within the Republican Party since the last election, and I would even say the debate's gone on since 2006, is who are we as a party, what do we stand for, what's the road ahead look like? And I think that is going to be fought out in a way that is it can be done in primaries. I think one of the problems here in New York 23 was that there wasn't a primary. It was 9 guys in a room picking somebody who was not reflective of the grassroots activists in the district. And primaries, I think, are good. Primaries are healthy. And I don't think what's going to happen in New York 23 is going to happen in places like Illinois, California, and other states in the states in the Northeast. But there is going to be a debate within the party, and I think that's healthy.
In terms of Virginia and New Jersey, Kevin, what are you looking for tonight? What do you want to, as the results are coming in, to indicate to you sort of where the future of the party is going?
Yeah, 2 things. The first is independents and where independents go. In both states, I think you've seen independents play a big role. In New Jersey, it's led to a third-party candidate, and I think in Virginia, it's going to be one of the reasons that Bob McDonnell has such a big win, is that he's going to win possibly somewhere between 15 to 20 point spread with independents. And I want to see how those voters, the voters come out of these exit polls. I want to see what their positions are on spending. I think right now that what you're seeing right now is a backlash, a very angry backlash, a cynical backlash against state houses like Trenton and Richmond, as well as Congress, on the issue of spending. People feel that the government has become detached and that spending is now out of control, and that is, at a time of great economic anxiety, really starting to motivate them and persuade them to vote for candidates that address that issue at the polls.
To really impact the narrative and have us talking about it, do Republicans need to win all 3 of these big races today to make that statement?
No, I think 2 out of 3 would be enough to make a statement. But I do think
Carl Wolf says 1 out of 3 would be enough.
Well, I feel very good that we're going to go 3 for 3. But I think that 2 out of 3, New York 23 and Virginia, those will be races that I think are more indicative of where the party is going and what the national electorate is. I don't think I would agree with Congressman Van Hollen that this is not a perfect referendum. I do believe, though, on Obama, right? I do believe, though, that it is a snapshot of the mood of the national electorate right now, and it's going to be a pretty accurate snapshot on whether or not it's a center-right electorate that the Democrats are overinterpreting as center-left, and whether or not the issue of spending is driving voter anger right now.
So So the folks in the White House right now shouldn't worry, you're thinking, of that too much of what gets said at the polls.
Oh, they should worry. They should worry that the winning coalition that they built on independent voters and challenging the status quo. Do you remember Barack Obama complaining about all the bridges to nowhere and how he was going to take a scalpel to the federal budget? He hasn't done any of that. I mean, yes, we can has turned into no, he hasn't. And that is going to drive a lot of voter sentiment today, I believe.
It'll be fascinating to watch. We'll be up late watching this instead of the World Series tonight. Kevin, you want to update your prediction? You and I both agreed Yanks in 5.
Since I was wrong on 5, and I'll probably be wrong again, why don't I say 7? That way they win in 6.
All right, I have to endorse that, but I'm done with the prediction.
Just for the drama of it all. That does it for this edition of Top Line here on Election Day. Click us on again tomorrow with all the results.
Twitter.com/We're not a fan of drama whatsoever. Just win it. Just win it. I don't care how.